Good day, ma'am.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, my name is Robinson Erebi, and I'm the CEO of Erevision Media TV. We are here in Abuja, and I just want to know who you are and what the community is doing here at this moment.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rebi. My name is Charity Ekwi Elibe. I'm the National Training Coordinator for the ongoing national training at Kubwa Civil Service Training Center here in Abuja. Thank you.
So, what is the community doing right now? This is second level, national level training. What is it
Yeah,
all about, ma'am?
yeah. The national level training is training that is organized for facilitators that will help us to train other facilitators down the line. So it started on the 27th. They arrived on 27th of December of November to be precise, and we started the training on the 28th of November. And to run through, we are going to stop on 7th December. So this training is very, very important because we are training the facilitators actually that will help us to train others. So it's very important that we train these facilitators because if you don't train them well, we are going to have problem down the line. We need to train them to understand the concepts, the processes and procedures of conducting census. And there's need also for them to really understand all nitty-gritties about census. It's not just a question of just coming and going. Hence, we have a way of really finding out whether they are getting the training. We do a lot of quizzes. We check them. We check their reading, their comportment, ability to answer questions, and all that. So the training is well loaded. You can see we have the manual, we have PowerPoint presentations and all that. We demonstrate and do all this to make sure that this set of facilitators are well trained. Because if you don't train them, it's going to have terrible multiplier effect where you get it wrong at this level. Because if you train one person here, you send 3 of them or 3 facilitators to go and train another 40 persons in the class. If they don't get it right, those 40 persons will not also get it right. And when they don't get it right, they keep it training another set of people, and that will drill the whole census process. That's why we are putting every machinery in motion to ensure that we get it right. The people that are training them now are master trainers that we already trained in the office. We trained them very, very well, or the master trainers, to come and train this level of functionaries that are going to help us to ensure that we get other people get well trained for the census. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this training, we see that they have this manual in the classrooms, the manuals, and reading them, and they are doing some simulations. Is that all the students are all about?
No, the manual is very, very important. In fact, it is the, what do I call it? You can call it the constitution of the population commission, because everything there is the way census is supposed to be done. Everything is well loaded. Census concept, census management, administrations, functions of all the functionaries, enumerators functions, supervisors function of DQM, function of every person, monitoring and evaluation, all the functions, everything is in that manual. So you can see, you cannot do without that manual. We also use that manual to ask the participants to read so that we check their reading ability. Because if you're going to be a facilitator and cannot read, what are you going to do to your students? So that's why we train them. They use that manual. In as much as you also have a projector, at times there are things that needed to be projected, we project them. But we ensure that they use the manual and that they read the manual page to page, line by line. And if there's anything they notice that we did not do very well in the manual that needed to correct, we accept those observations from them. And there are people that are already designated to be updating the manual because it's still work in progress. So anything that we find out that is not the way it's supposed to be in the manual, we have asked them to give us such observations. And as soon as we get that observation, we send it to the team that are really working on the manual and reviewing the manual. So these are all the things that we do here. So it has been a very busy week for us. Yes.
We see you also have some tablets, some handsets
Yeah.
that are part of the training.
Yeah, we give them the copy because, as I said earlier, this census process now is not, we are not going to use paper at all. It's going to be copy all through. Computer assisted personal interview. That's what it is. So we use computer to get data. That's what it just means. We use that pad that we are giving them to collect all the census data. In that pad, we have the map, the EA maps are there. We have the questionnaire. Everything is there. So we are going to use it. We use it for building numbering and household listing. After building number and household listing, we go for validation. After validation, we now go for persons enumeration. So all these things are embedded in that copy. The copy contains everything.
So I see that these students here will go for person enumeration before they leave Abuja.
Yeah, we're going to do it. Today we are going to do building number and household listing.
Okay.
Today.
Okay.
So after that, tomorrow Sunday, they will between now and after the building number and household listing, they now go through validation. The DKMs will pass it through validation process. So if they are satisfied with the data they collected on building and they are they are correct, they are intending with what we are doing, we now send it for persons enumeration.
So where do
So
you
we
need to do
intend to
that?
do persons enumeration on Monday.
Where do you need to do that now?
We are going to do that here in Dutse Alhaji here, and Dutse Alhaji. This is the locality where we are working. We want it to be done in this locality and some other parts of Kubwa that is closer to Dutse Alhaji.
Okay.
So it's going to be within this environment, and we are targeting where people are really living, that's places that are thickly populated, so that we can test all the processes there.
So this is national level training. How many levels of training do you have before we begin to actually talk about the actual census?
We still have to go to state level, we get to LGA level. So before we now go for actual census.
So generally speaking, now how has it been? How have people been coping with the trainings and what do you foresee? What do you go from here?
Yeah, the students are really coping well. So because we monitor them, move from class to class, watch the training, then ask students questions. We give them quizzes from time to time on daily basis. We must test them. They must take quiz because without quiz, you cannot really evaluate. When we move from class to class, we watch their presentations, we watch the comportment. So we have some yardstick for measuring them. It's not just a question of just going to see them. No, we check their attendance, we check the comportment, we check their method of presentation, we check their performance in the class. All these things, we check them and monitor them. So if they are not getting anything wrong, we correct that person. Can you read this manual? If the person cannot read the manual, the person has no business being here, of course. Because if you're going to teach other people, you must have mastery of what you're going to teach. So if you cannot read the manual, then what is the person doing? So you'll be checking all these things to find out, to ensure that every person that is here, that you are training, can handle the manual, can handle their class. You also give them simulation. They do simulation to demonstrate what they are learning. We also ask them to demonstrate even teaching in the class, so that we make sure that we have people that are well grounded, that are really knowledgeable, that have understood the concept and processes of census before we can take them to field.
Online, so many people are still applying for the census job, and others have applied. Any word for them out there?
Yeah, for those that applied online, it's from them that we get people that we train. Yes, there are some guidelines that we use in selecting people from online. So it's the employment of these people, these ad hoc workers, is done through online. So in this online, they have once you do e-registration, fill the e-recruitment form, a code is generated for you. In this code, from that code, your name will always appear. And when we want to select people, we also have criteria. From there, they cut out the people that we are going to use and send messages to them because we have their Gmail addresses. With that Gmail, we usually send messages to people that have been selected for this work. But down the line in LGA, we also have controllers that are going to, interview them face to face. I think that process is ongoing now in the LGAs, and that one is really organized by admin departments and all that. For the training census departments, we are just now doing this training to ensure that facilitators are well trained. We will go down the line to train people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's nice speaking to you. Is there anything you want to add to what you've said?
What I want to add is that we want to encourage people to show interest in census because we have not done it for the past 16 years. And actually, by next year, we're going to do it. That will be 17 years. That's a long time. So we really need to, update our data because data is life. And data is what you can use to plan. Without adequate data, you cannot really plan well. So it becomes very imperative, very necessary that this census is done. So we want to take it to people to tell them of the importance of census, and to encourage them to come because they count. So if they count, let them also be counted, and let others also be counted. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and it's
Thank
been
you.
nice talking to you. I hope that Nigerians are listening to us, and I hope that they all cooperate to ensure that this census is well taken, because as the man has said, you count and we all will count.
Yes, thank you very much. That's
Thank
our
you.
slogan. Please help us to pass it on to people so that you understand that they are important in the whole process. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.